Hello and welcome back to the 417 consumers of Pax Dei related content and the nearly 60% of you who have not yet decided to hit that subscribe button. I'm Eltari, the professional gamer, and this is another PAX Friday review, the show where we talk about all of the fun, interesting, new, and exciting information that has dropped for Pax Dei over the last week. This week, we have 3 new screenshots as well as a little preview on what character creation is going to look like in Pax Dei. We know that there's a lot of new information coming out, and the content drop has all but come to an end as Mainframe are back in the office and hard at work to get us a wonderful game that we are excited to learn more about. We know that there is a character creator FAQ that is going to be coming out in the next couple of weeks, and we fortunately got a small little preview with some screenshots and some information detailing what character creation is going to be like in Pax Dei. So, as always, if this kind of content interests you and you are interested in learning more in Pax Dei, please do like this video, share it with any of your friends who might be interested, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you can get notified when all the new information drops, because we'll be here covering it for you. All right, so let's go ahead and get to the new information. All right, so we got 3 new screenshots for this week, the same that we've been getting for the last couple of weeks of the summer, and we have a couple of scenic shots here. The first one looks to be another mountainous shot. We do have this, what looks to be ruins of some sort off in the corner here. I actually think we've seen this before. There was a trailer where we were talking about this ring. We'll talk about it more in another video. Then over here, we have another kind of more mountainous, terrainy style area. We can see that there are some player built buildings at the very front. They have a lot of crafting stations and boxes and all of that laid out in front, as well as potentially maybe some berry bushes that can be harvested. I don't know if we've seen something like this before. It could also just be some random foliage. And then in the background, we have another ruins of sorts back there. This is a different set of ruins than we've seen previously, so it's cool to see that there's a lot of different variation when it comes to ruins, and it shows that the developers are really hard at work making hand-built locations for us to go and see. And then this last screenshot that we have that was shared this week was of just another cool forested nighttime / dusk shot. Now, the interesting thing that I see here that I'm just going to point out is this moon looks like it is a 3D object in game. I know that we've seen a lot of different screenshots of the moon and its different phases so far, but this is the first time where you can tell that you can see the craters and the different bumps around the moon. So this is a really interesting perspective, as though the moon has things on it. It is a physical 3D object that exists in the game. Maybe it's actually orbiting around the game world. I have no idea, but we do know that there is a lot of importance to astronomy in the game, and we actually did a video on that a couple of weeks ago. So if that's something that interests you, be sure to check that out. The link will be down below. But now we have a opportunity to go and take a quick look at the little preview that we got from one of the Mainframe developers on the character creation system. Like I said earlier in the video, we're going to have a larger FAQ on character creation. So there's going to be more information to come on that, and we will definitely be covering it here. But since we got some new screenshots and info on character creation, I figured we might as well go and take a look at it. All right, so this is a great reminder to all of us. If you haven't done so already, do join the Pax Dei official Discord. The developers are actually surprisingly very active in the Discord. They're always looking at it, reading suggestions, and also answering dev-related questions. And one of those questions this week was actually posted by Running Red Fox, and they ask, Can players choose the gender of their character? You feature a female character. I'd like to play a male character. Is this possible? Now, that's a very simple question, and we've actually seen several different shots of a male character before, but just as a response, IS from Mainframe responded and gave us a lot of different pictures from in-game character creation. And what's really, really cool to see here is there are a lot of variations when it comes to your character creation. Now, I do think in an MMO, it is really, really important for us to have a sense of identity of self. However you choose for that to be in the MMO is yours to decide, but we need to have a lot of variation and the ability to really uniquely look like the person we want to be while we're experiencing life in game. So it's really important to have all of these customization options for players, and it is also, from my very limited understanding of game development, one of the more tricky areas for someone to work on is character creation because of all of the clipping and the ability to make armors and stuff like that fit to your character while also looking good, while also giving you the ability to be creative with how you look in game. We can see that there's already tattoos that exist in game. Now, whether or not we will be able to add our own kind of ink in game to our characters and do more custom type tattoos isn't yet to be seen, but it's nice to see that we already have that level of customization in the character creator. Additionally, IS confirm that most of the character customization features aren't going to be locked to genders, and what that means is any haircuts, beard options, gear, jewelry are not going to be gender locked for customization. The only thing that might be locked is faces, but it is nice to see that there's a lot of different variation. Now, to answer the original question that Running Red Fox had in terms of are there male characters, the answer is obviously yes, but the reason why female characters have been getting featured a lot more in gameplay footage and screenshots has simply just been because a lot of the female hairstyles, or the typically female hairstyles, are more done and they just look better on screen right now. But there are definitely going to be more and more different customization options that become available to us throughout whenever the alpha comes out this year, all the way through to early access and eventually launch. So it's going to be awesome to see how this develops, and I'm very interested to learn more about the specifics of the character creator and how it's going to look. In terms of character creators that I've really enjoyed in the past, I have a tendency to err on the side of having more creative freedom than not. Now, obviously, there is some boundaries that do have to be set, and for anyone who's played Ark Survival Evolved, you would probably know what I mean by having players run around as these giant, like, hulking masses on their top sides, and they just completely forgot what leg day was on the bottom half. But either way, I think it'll be very cool to see how we're going to be able to create our virtual selves in Pax Dei, and it'll be a welcome source of new content for us to cover here on this channel. That being said, some exciting news: we are going to be starting a playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. We're going to be trying to do a Dark Urge playthrough, but as a Paragon. So this is going to be a really interesting playthrough that you might not see a lot of online, and we're really excited to do it. We're going to be posting those videos at least once a week starting very, very soon, so be on the lookout for that. This is more of just a practice for me. I want to see what it feels like to be covering an actual game rather than just game related news for the channel, because when Pax Dei eventually is able to have physical content that I create for it, I want to have practice in how that looks for a live service game. And Baldur's Gate 3, as many of you are currently playing right now, is just a great game that is full of a lot of content creation possibilities. So if that's something that interests you, definitely check out that playlist. It's not going to be posted right now because I'm still actively recording a lot of this playthrough, and I hope that you all enjoy it. But other than that, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back again for another PAX Friday review next week, and hopefully we're going to have a lot of interesting, new, and exciting content to cover related to PAX Day for you all there. As always, don't forget to hit that like button, share the video with any of your friends who might be interested in PAX Day, and also hit that subscribe button. Thanks again, and have a great rest of your day.